the PLC questions 3 and 4. What do we do for those students that do not understand, and what do we do for those students that do understand? In the previous sections, you worked through what the standard was, some different ways to assess the standard. So now we want to think through what are some different barriers that we can infer students will have in meeting that standard. Some examples might be some barriers within disengagement. So here in this green section, you can think through, well, if our students are disengaged or they're not really motivated, what are some different ways that we can embed some choice or some self-assessment? Thinking through ways that we can foster collaboration or get them working into groups. These, you'll notice, are all crowdsourcing areas. They all have the little crowdsourcing icon. So feel free to, as your PLC is looking at this standard, to add in different areas that you and different ideas and strategies that you and your PLC have worked through within these different lenses. Again, in the common barriers, thinking through within the multiple means of representation and using that lens, what are some different barriers like vocabulary or and how they're understanding or receiving the information. Here you might want to break it apart and have different ideas and strategies for a real life context or a culturally responsive relevant hook, some video or audio, and you can actually link YouTube videos right in there. Pictures and visuals, and you can again link them in there or drop them right in, and then some different text and symbols. Within the lens of multiple means of action and expression, where you are talking through the non-negotiables for assessment, you also want to think through what are some different options that your students can have in still meeting that assessment. So thinking through different responses, whether they're written or oral, or say that the assessment itself is a very tight, like it has to be written, well then what different tools could they use? Could they use a speech to text or using a scribe? And again, all of these sections have the little crowdsourcing document, so please feel free to link and fill this up with all the different wonderful ideas that you have.